welcome to another episode of Lucysquickone. I got you with all the news, guys. In fact, it's been... let's get into it. First of all, guys, how are you doing? Like, we wake up every day, there is something to make you sad. And I know it's been a lot for a lot of people, but I'm just telling you guys, just for myself as well, please let us all stay strong. I graduate today. Thank you. Yes, I graduate from the Ebony Life Creative Academy today. I had to just do this video so that, I can go for the party and all of that. Remember, I talked about learning to be a producer, and then I talked about making my film, and I also talked about the amazing set of people I got to work with and got to meet while still studying at the Ebony Life Creative Academy. It was just an amazing experience. And yeah, I talked about it. It's one of the videos down there. Yes, I talked about the day in my life. So in case you're still wondering, who are these people I'm talking about, it's down there in my video. So I graduate today. I'm so excited, especially with my classmates, the producers, because we know how to dance, we know how to whip, dip, and do it.
1, 2, 3, go. Down and turn. Down and turn. Down.
Great times. I'm definitely going to share how the graduation ceremony went down in my very next video. But yay, I'm so excited. Okay, let's talk about it. The Twitter ban. When I talked about this story last week, I did not even believe that, it would get to this particular point, but here we are. So just after I talked about Buhari's tweet getting deleted on Twitter, little did we know that something bigger was coming. So the federal government came out and said, you know what? Right now, based on things that are happening, we are going to ban Twitter. And we thought it was a play. We thought it was a joke. But as we were going back and forth, voila, Twitter stopped working and a lot of people were just out of the access of getting into Twitter. So a lot of people started talking, saying that, so Buhari just thought that, the way to pay us back is to get Twitter out of the way. But the presidency came out and said, no, the reason that Twitter is down is because that the app has been used to spread a lot of misinformation and then fake news. And I was like, okay. So as that conversation was going back and forth, before Twitter stopped working, VPN was trending on Twitter, and then people started using VPN to access Twitter. And the presidency came out again and said, see, all of you that are using that VPN, if we catch you, we're going to prosecute you. And then the conversation just went back and forth. The thing is, with all the drama going on, I found out that about, or even more than 39 million Nigerians use Twitter. And once the app was down, I found out that lots of people lost billions of naira. People are still losing a lot of money. So I asked myself, I was like, for all of you that really use Twitter, including myself, like, how bad is this Twitter ban? How is it affecting you as a person? So I went on the streets to ask a few questions. Take a look.
It's really disheartening, to be honest. Like, me as a person, as a social media person, I run social media campaigns, Twitter trends, and all of that. And with the way they don't ban everything like this, there's no job, we're not getting campaigns, we're not getting even companies that want to run trends, that want to do so, they can't, all of them are just on hold.
With ban of Twitter, I feel really, really sad because Twitter is my happy place. I keep saying this and I cannot overemphasize it. It's the only social media I feel comfortable in. I've gotten many opportunities off Twitter, my career, my personal life. Do you get? So please, if the government is watching this or whatever decision is going to be made, I hope and pray that they're going to come back and rescind the suspension of Twitter.
First of all, the reactions. Now, on one hand, we had people who supported the government saying that, there's a lot of fake news circulating on social media, so it's a good way for the government to actually stem this misinformation that is out there. Then we had other people who were obviously saying that they didn't agree with the federal government. To be honest, I have a Twitter account. Well, it's not working now since they banned it, but I'm not like an active Twitter user. I'm not an active tweep. But once I heard that Twitter was banned, I just started feeling some type of way because we're young. We need to communicate. And that's what I always say about federal government saying that, it's fake news and all of that. To be honest, I say it, once the federal government communicates with us on a daily basis, like, whenever there's a news about something, they come out and they dispel the news. Like, constant communication will stem all this wahala that we have. But right now we have Twitter and Twitter is down. However, like Mohammed says, that's the Minister of Information, says that Twitter has contacted him and then probably for a dialogue. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. And still, as we're even talking about all of that, it was also stated that, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok might be out of Nigeria if they refuse to, register in the country. At the end of the day, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be using our letter writing skills. To be honest, guys, I really hope this thing just goes down, because right now people are feeling a lot of heat. You see why the reason I'm laughing is because of the reaction. Whenever I remember reactions before the story, it just like gets me. So the NYSC DG, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, came out to state that the National Youth Service Corps members can be mobilized for war. Now he said if need be. Now he said this is because they are part of the National Defense Policy. And to be honest, I agree with him. Wait, don't, before you eat me raw, let me just explain to you. Now, for all those who have served, for all those who are serving, and for all those who are in camp, you know that we have all these parts where we have to be with the soldiers to learn one drill or the other. All those things are not for jokes. They were teaching us how to be strong. You know what I'm saying? The manual and all of that. You may not agree with me, but that's just the way I see it. And it's majorly to keep yourself fit and to make sure that you are safe and you are ready for defense, just in case anything happens to you where you are serving. But however, this whole conversation started when people started calling for the scrapping of NYSC, based on the fact that most of the times corps members get kidnapped and also sometimes they get killed. Let's talk about the reactions. Now, on one hand, we had people who were like, these guys are just jokers, and then they started talking about how this is not possible, and then some people just kept on asking, how can this be possible? But based on the reactions and based on Nigerians and based on the fact that anything is possible in this country, we are ready. Take a look. Tiwa Savage and Seyi Shay. Boy, oh boy. I always say that sometimes you just feel like certain things cannot happen, but at the end of the day, it's going to happen. So during the week, it was blowing hottest on social media on Tuesday. Now, the long-standing rivalry between Tiwa Savage and Seyi Shay just went all up. Now, before now, people knew that Tiwa Savage and Seyi Shay were not so cool, but whenever they are at probably an interview and they are being asked questions about each other, they either sweep it aside, avoid the questions, or just say it is what it is.
What's your relationship with Tiwa Savage, first of all?
I don't really know her, so...
You don't really know her?
No.
Things took a different turn on Tuesday. That was when Tiwa Savage and Seyi Shay, these beautiful ladies, went out to the salon to get their hairs fixed and all of that. And then they had what I would like to refer to as an upscale showdown. Well, more like a classy showdown.
Don't come to me and think you can say hi with the dirty and disgusting spirit that you have. You think I've forgotten how many years ago what you guys did, you and Victoria Kamani? You think I've forgotten?
Tiwa, what are the things that you have done? Like what? You want me to open out everything here? I'm not like you. I'm not going to do that.
Open me.
I'm not going to do that.
Open me. Because if God should take my child, God should take him. If I've ever done or said anything about you or Victoria Kamani. Bitch, I'm made. I have money. I have nothing to take from you.
When you hear bass boss, the argument, it's just funny to see how Nigerians, we need joy. We need joy. Now, during this whole conversation, we had people who on one hand said that this looked like a wrestling ring, so they decided to stay with Team Tiwa or Team Seyi Shay, and then the conversation just went back and forth. We had people who said Tiwa Savage had won and Seyi Shay had nil, and then we had other people who decided to use the opportunity to shade Seyi Shay, and that's because she's a judge or Nigerian Idol, and they had some kind of beef. For me personally, the only thing or the only issue I had with what happened was the part where Tiwa Savage was swearing on her son. I felt that was unnecessary, and I'm very sure that by now Tiwa Savage is watching the whole thing and she's like, I shouldn't have said that. But apart from that, this conversation that they had was a conversation that should have been held, or something that would have happened sooner or later. The only reason it turned out the way it did is because they chose the wrongest, or the location that they chose was wrong, and that's why things turned out the way it did. Guys, whenever people are fighting, I usually say it on this channel and I'll say it again, these two beautiful ladies, we do not know what has transpired between the two of them. So whenever we are talking, we are only speculating because we don't know the inside of the things that actually did happen. All I just need from them is to just make peace. Sooner or later, I know that is going to happen. But until then, there's a lot of issues in this country. I just need us to be happy. This is a fun factory, so we're going to stay happy right here. Our baby is here! Meghan Markle and Prince Harry welcome their second child during the week. And well, if you just like Lucy, come on, let's talk about it. Now, during the week, they announced the arrival of their daughter, who has been christened. Her name is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor. Like, I'm so into this whole thing. Now, Lilibet, she was named, this girl, the baby, Lily, was named after her great-grandmother, who is the current Royal Highness, Queen Majesty of England, Queen Elizabeth II. Now, Queen Elizabeth II, before she became Queen Elizabeth II, her nickname or her family name was Lilibet. And now Diana, which was also given to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's daughter, is the name of her grandmother, Diana, the Princess of Wales. And just so sweet to just see that happening and paying respect to whom honor and respect is due. I just wish them the very best. I'm so happy for Meghan. I always tell you guys, myself and Meghan were related. The open door challenge. I thought it was a challenge that would just come and go, but apparently it's still right here with us, right here in Nigeria. Now, this challenge, just in case you don't know how it started from Kaduna State. The challenge started when there was a viral video of Kaduna State Governor El Rufai. He was we went out somewhere, and then an aide came down to open the door for another person who went on to open the door for the governor, and then it was trending on social media. And before we knew what was happening, a lot of people were doing it. I think this challenge just basically tells you that even your boss has a boss. It's more like saying, my boss's boss. And a lot of people, it's interesting to see how people have created this into something very interesting. I have so many of these challenges that I love, but this one strikes a chord. That's it on this week's episode of Lucysquickone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Do not forget to drop your comment in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe and, of course, share this love. But most importantly, guys, a lot of things are happening outside. Protect your mental health. If you have to log off for a while, please do that. Be my guest. But do not forget, you always have to watch Lucysquickone, okay? Thank you very much. I'm off for my graduation, guys. Till next time.